Hi, church family. Pastor Eric here with today's Word from the Word. And as we continue to take extra moments and look a little deeper into certain sections of the passages that we went over on Sunday, we're looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and we're picking up the last set of verses, about 24, 25 through 40. I appreciated what was said this last Sunday about the idea of being people who are called to unique situations. Your situation is unlike anybody else's. You don't come from the same background. You're not the same personality. There is a uniqueness about each and every one of us that God has built into us and built around us as we've grown up and moved through our lives. So, first of all, want to recognize that and honor it. And as we said, your path is going to be a unique one, but the purpose for each path still remains the same, and that's that each of us are called to honor God with who we are. And Paul talks about the idea. He goes, I want you to be free from concern. Now, what's he talking about there? He's talking about the idea that if there are things of this world that get in our way of our devotion to God, then they're not necessarily the best things for us. And the point was made very appropriately that we don't have to get rid of everything. There are many things that are good, but they're not great. As a matter of fact, I remember one of my favorite books. It's called Good to Great. And the first line in it is, good is the enemy of great. If there's a lot of good things we can be doing, it means that our attention is divided, and it means we can't be great at any one thing. We find that people who are great at something have focus in that area to the point of minimizing or putting away distraction. Now, I can't say what the distraction is in your life. It could be literally anything. It could even be good things. Distractions range from relationships to objects to hobbies and everything in between. So the questions we asked you this week are, what's causing you to be distracted? And rather than saying, well, it's just got to be a bad thing because it distracts me, we can evaluate it and take a look at that thing and say, is it something by which I can bring honor to God by the way I act and how I use it and what I do in order to show God's character in the middle of that, whether it's something I own. One of the things that I've always appreciated is people who see that the material things they have are actually not their own. And so they become generous, and they're free to lend, they're free to give, and they seek to reflect God's character who gave us everything by not holding on to those things so tightly that those things have become gods to them or idols to them, if you will. It could be a hobby or a passion. I am very thankful that people who are seeking to please God will take their very passions and translate them into ministries or ways to minister to others. I had a gentleman here at church, and he just loved working on off-road vehicles. He loved putting them together, and lo and behold, as he thought about that, he began to realize that there are other people with the same enjoyment of that hobby. And now he's part of the team that organizes our off-road retreat in the wintertime out in the desert. So he took what he enjoyed, his hobby, his passion, and he translated it into a God-centered ministry that teaches and reaches others. So what's going on in your life? Maybe it's a craft. Maybe it's woodworking, or it could be card making. It could be scrapbooking, quilting, any of those things. And all of them can be used for God and His glory. If you're just using them for yourself, then it's something you might want to take a look at it, because people who are really passionate about something in their lives will invest a lot of time, a lot of energy, and a lot of resources in those things. And if you do it with only yourself in mind, then you're missing something better. You've gone from something that's potentially good to something that could be great. And find a way to say, how am I going to use this for your glory? How am I going to use this to reflect your character, God? And that's moving from good to great. The other things that are of concern are the relationships that we have. That sometimes we are so focused on the relationship that we leave God out of the relationship. I've seen that numerous times where I've dealt with couples who are so busy, I've got to fix my relationship, and I need to serve the other person. I need to take care of them. I need to anticipate their needs. But they miss the greatness of showing them Christ in the way they treat them and the way they minister to them. If you want to maintain a strong relationship, then I highly encourage you to do it through the lens of Christ. Don't take things and say this is where this belongs and this is where Christ belongs, but rather take all the things that you enjoy and filter them through the mind and the character of Christ, and live them out according to his character. And in that you will find that you are not distracted, but instead you're enjoying not only what God has made you equipped to do and enjoy, but you're doing it for him and his kingdom. That's being free from concern, because you know you're pleasing God and you're pleasing others. And the bonus is you get to enjoy it as well. I hope that helps. I love you very much. Take care. God bless.